Well, good afternoon. Today is Monday, June the 29th, and it's my pleasure to bring the most recent update on the COVID-19 situation here in the city of Belleville. And we've had a beautiful last little while. The weather has been great, and so have our numbers. Again, in the Hastings and Prince Edward Health Board, our region, we're now over 9,300 tests, and those are completed tests with swabs, and we've only had 43 confirmed cases. That has not changed since May the 18th. And so we have no active cases, and people continue to get tested. The COVID-19 Assessment Center here in Belleville is at the former Quinte Secondary School site. The telephone number there is 613-961-5544. They are open. They ask you to call so you can schedule so that they're not overloaded at once, but you'll be able to go through. They're open every day, Monday to Sunday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., including Wednesday this week, Canada Day. So they're open every single day. Please call them. I was speaking with them today to confirm that they were open on Canada Day, and they said they've been very, very busy. So that's a good sign. People getting tested because they need to get it all clear for work, or they've got concerns, they might have some symptoms, or they want to go and visit a loved one in a long-term care home where they require to show those tests. So that's excellent, and keep up the good work for the whole region. Today, Monday the 29th, is the first day that our splash pads are now open in the city again. So they're open every day from 10 o'clock until 7 o'clock. Again, I ask parents to be mindful of their children, make sure we practice social distancing and good sanitization techniques, but that is now open, and I know that there's a lot of families that will enjoy using that, especially with the hot weather that's coming in the future. Our projects, while we're doing all these things in COVID, a number of our projects are still going ahead and doing really, really well. Starting with Bell Boulevard West, so west of Sydney Street, we are doing phenomenally well there. And if you've taken a drive, you will have seen the great progress that's being made there. That's ahead of schedule by at least a month, and in some parts we're about 4 months ahead of schedule, so that's fantastic. Also, the Saganaska Bridge, which is the Pinnacle Street Bridge going across the Moira River, they continue to do very well with work on that. Last week, the Field of Abilities for the Challenger baseball team was finished. This allows our children and our kids to have a chance to play on a field where they can use their wheelchairs, their walkers, and whatnot. The pictures here show the final completed project. And thanks very much to the Toronto Blue Jays Foundation and all the donors to that great project. That's been good. If you've been downtown, you've noticed the downtown Alfresco event down here on Front Street in downtown. And as you can see, we put up blocks to be able to have those businesses expand their businesses on the sidewalks. Please come down and take a look at it. We have one-way traffic now on Front Street for a portion of it, and it's going to be a great time when they get all their lights and everything else going. Pop-ups at Westwicks Park are being opened. They opened last week, and so again, if you're looking for something to do over this next little while, particularly with the heat, please use them and support our businesses all over our city who are trying to do well. This morning I was part of a video conference with MPP Todd Smith and our federal member of parliament Neil Ellis, where we announced funding from the federal and provincial governments for some of our transit projects. We received $2.6 million from the federal government and just a little bit over $2.2 million from the province. That's allowed us to go ahead and purchase 4 new buses. For the first time in 10 years, we bought new buses. Also, the Northeast Industrial Park, where we have about 15,000 people that work in that area. There's going to be 20 new transit stops put in there to allow people to be able to wait outside of the elements. There'll be solar panel lights, shelters, the whole 9 yards, and then we have sidewalks and multi-use trails that are being put there. The buses that were ordered, those 4 new buses, one just drove by as we were talking. Those 4 new buses are scheduled to arrive in March or April next year in 2021. So the orders have been placed, and we're very excited. And also the Northeast Industrial Park, the sidewalks and the transit terminals, they will start next month in July of 2020, and they will finish during the summer of 2021. One of the businesses that I wanted to sort of profile a little bit here is the 116 Bistro here on Pinnacle Street, outside the former recreation building, but it's now part of Soul Solutions. And so they've got a food truck. They were given permission by City Council to be able to put this here. I can attest that it's great food, and I invite you to come down. They've got a lovely patio. It's great al fresco dining with everything that's going on. And you can see over my left shoulder, so right on your screen, you can see the telephone number for them. I always try to finish up my videos with some good news, and as we head into the Canada Day on Wednesday, I really want to share some good news with one of our local companies, Trent Valley Distributors, up on Bell Boulevard. They supply cooking utensils and sanitation supplies and a lot of things for restaurants, but they are one of only 62 companies in all of Canada that receive the National Chamber of Commerce grant, and that is for the Canadian Business Resilience Network for Small Business Relief Fund. They are one of 62. They received $10,000 to go towards their project. They are going to put it towards further developing their sanitization products that they have there to help people, making sure that we're safe, both from a food safe point of view in restaurants, but also with this COVID-19. Congratulations to the Trent Valley Distributors. This is the 30th year that they've been members of the Belleville Chamber of Commerce. And more importantly, this is the 40th anniversary for them of when they first opened. So that's great news. And as I said, this funding will allow them to further develop their sanitization products. The last thing is also about sanitization. And back on April the 29th, I think, I had a chance to go to visit the transit garage where I saw what our transit staff were doing to keep our buses clean and safe during this process. And you can see some of the pictures here of where they were sanitizing. Well, today I got news from Carolyn Mulroney. She's the Minister of Transportation in Ontario, and that part of a $15 million grant for municipalities all over Ontario, we in Belleville will get $32,876 to help cover the costs of this enhanced cleaning and sanitization of our buses. And so I want to say thank you to the provincial government for helping us with that, but I also want to say thank you to our staff members who throughout this have been so great, including our transit people who have helped keep us safe and clean. So thank you for that. The last thing is on Wednesday there'll be a video I think we're putting out regarding Canada Day. This is our real only holiday that we all share. It has nothing to do with religion. It has nothing to do with ethnicity. It has nothing to do with anything other than the fact that it's a birthday that we all get to share, Canada Day. So with that, on behalf of all of us on Belleville City Council, I want to wish you and your family a happy Canada Day. Bonne fête, Canada. I hope you have a great day.